Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly card reading. This reading is from Monday the 4th of July to Sunday the 10th of July. Please pick a pile that just calls you, that you feel drawn to, by numbers, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. So if you're drawn to one of those particular numbers, please select that way, or I will put a crystal, just selecting randomly as I'm called to, beside them. There we go. So please take the time to feel what resonates, or to just haphazardly pick one. The message in it will be for you. Welcome, pile number 1. Let's see what your messages are for you today. Okay, I'll just tune in for a moment just to get the energies and the feel. Okay, the first oracle card is channel. You are a channel through which healing energies reach the world. So there is something in you that needs to come out. There's something that you can share with those around you or the world at large that is of importance, even if it's just one person out there that needs to hear a message from you, or just for you to get in contact with them. But there's something in you. You're going to be a channel of the universe, of God, of an idea, and it's going to be of significant importance to somebody or to the world at large. So if you're thinking of writing a YouTube channel, if you're thinking of doing a meeting, whether it be at work or with a group of people that you have same interests with, if it's family connections where you need to say something within your own family, there's something that you'll channel, there's something that's going to come through you, and it will bring healing, it will bring something to those that hear it and to those that need to hear it. In the spirit animals, we have the coyote spirit, trust in divine detours, and we have the badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Now this trust is probably coming in due to this channeling. You might have an idea, you might have a notion of doing something, and there might be fear, there might be fears, doubts. Whenever we do something new, we're always in a place of fear because we're not sure how it's going to turn out. And this is saying trust, but not only trust in the ideas that you have and what you're planning on doing, but also to trust that it might not go as you planned. It might not go as you decided. You might not go in the direction you decided. You might not do it the way you decided. Trust these detours. Trust that if the road is not straight, it doesn't matter. And it's in those twists and turns that we actually find meaning, we actually find understanding, we actually gain clarity, because every time we learn. So trust that the way things are unfolding is the way that it needs to unfold for you. And the divine is here with you. You're channeling healing that is going to reach out to others. And here we have divine detours. The universe, God, source, creator, is guiding you. You're not on this path alone. You don't have to do it alone. So never for a moment think that you're alone. And those feelings may come up as you start out, because when we doubt often from a place of, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm alone in this, and a feeling of the people out there and ourselves, and that we might be laughed at, or we might not quite do it right, we might get tongue-tied, we might stumble, but that's okay. That's okay. Trust, and trust that the path that you are being shown, and trust that the path that you are walking is divinely guided. It's fine. Everything's okay. Just fill your heart with trust and move forward. And the Badger Spirit is here to remind us to move forward fearlessly and bold. We are beautiful in our own way. We have things to offer the world in our own way. It doesn't matter how we speak or how we look. It's the essence. It's the message, the word, the love, the energy, our light that comes out. That's what heals the world. That's what heals us. And that's what heals people around us. Don't be afraid, or you will be afraid. And that's okay to be afraid. So feel your fear. Understand that it comes from a place of not knowing. You don't know everything yet. You can't start at the beginning and expect to be at the knowing and the mastery as if you were at the end of that journey. You're in the beginning, you're learning. Allow yourself. Give yourself the space to learn. Allow yourself to stumble. Allow yourself to make errors. And be fierceless and bold, knowing that it's when you stumble, it's when you put yourself out there that you achieve, that you grow, you learn, and you shine your light. And by shining your light, never forget that by shining your light, you give permission for others to shine theirs. And then it becomes a collective energy with each of us shining our light. It's very beautiful, this message that you're being called forth. And you might not be ready for it now. It might not be something that happens this week. But it's something that you're certainly moving towards. And you're certainly being guided, and you're being asked to be brave, to be courageous, to trust. And then we have this beautiful first light, beginning a new cycle. Ah, could this card be any more perfect for what we were just talking about? First light is when the sun comes up and shines and signals there's a new day. There are new opportunities. It's new. Leave behind the burdens of yesterday. That was yesterday. We can't change it. We can't go back and do it again. But we can start today with everything that we learned from yesterday. And beginning a new cycle. It's this channeling. It's these detours. It's your fearless and boldness as you move forward that is bringing you a complete new beginning, a complete new chance to start again. So this can be in your whole life. It can just be with the people around you. You might get a second chance at a job, or you might get a second opportunity. And these cards are saying, go for it. Take it. You're going to come at it as a first light, with new light, with your light, with openness. I love how this card shows the seasons, and we always get chances to start again. We always get chances to do over. And what we leave behind is maybe gone forever. And generally, not always, but generally, that's not a bad thing. But these cycles come back, so sometimes we don't get exactly the same situation or exactly the same opportunity, but we end up getting one that ends up being more in line with who and where we are right now. So see those opportunities, let go of the ones you may have missed. They weren't yours anyway if you missed them. And be open to the new ones that are coming your way. And shine your light. Because when you shine your authentic light, when you show the world the real you, then these new beginnings, these new opportunities that come are so in line with you. Because it's not trying to see through all your masks. You don't have any, you've dropped them. So it can see you as you truly are. And then it can bring you those opportunities that are truly, truly in line with who you are now. Right now. Oh, pole number 1. This is such a beautiful reading of opportunity and opening and shining your light and authenticity. So I feel that you've been doing the healing work. You've been looking at what maybe holds you back. You've been letting go. And if you're just at the beginning of that, keep going. Keep going. Be brave and look deep inside of you and see what you genuinely need to heal, what you need to fix, and what you need to change in you. We have this beautiful relationships card, and it says, I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Isn't that beautifully, beautifully worded? And relationships, it's not just loving relationships. Relationships is with us and every other living thing on this planet. Every other thing on this planet. And it's to approach these relationships regardless of with who or what they are, and come to them without needs or wants, but just to come to them in harmony and just love. And so this channeling, these pathways that you are going to be following, these detours that you might go through, it's in your relationships with others that you will be guided, you will find your way. You will say things to others that will touch them and will heal them, and others will do the same for you. There is going to be a beautiful exchange of energy and exchange of light. Our relationships are so important because it's through our relationships that we actually are able to learn and to grow. We see reflections of ourselves in those relationships. We see our own blockages. We see where we let ourselves down, where we self-sabotage. So relationships are going to be really important. And it's not to say you need to mend old ones. Sometimes they need to fall away. But you may need to let them go. You may need to give them love and just release them. And there may be new relationships coming into your life that will need time and love to blossom. This is very gentle energy. This is very loving energy. This is very higher energy. And you'll feel that. So this week you might, even though there'll be fear, there might be uncertainty, there's also going to be a lot of light, a lot of love, a lot of guidance. I feel that you're going to feel the divine light guiding you. I think even though you might be afraid and you might not know all the steps and you might not have complete clarity, I feel that you are going to sense something bigger. And so your fear will be manageable. You'll be able to understand it. You'll be able to move past it. Now we have both the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune, two major arcana that have come through. And the Hierophant is, for me, and especially in this reading, I see it as tradition. Maybe old, outdated ways that you did things that maybe worked in the past, but because of who you have become and who you are still becoming, they're not going to serve you. And the Wheel of Fortune is here to say the wheel's turning. You won't have to do it, or you won't have to do it the same way as before, and the outcomes won't be the same. So you might get given that opportunity to try again at something in a different way. It'll be different. But the wheel is saying the outcome won't be the same either. So if you tried something in the past and it didn't work, and you are afraid that you're going to put in the effort and the same will happen again, don't be. It will be different to how it was because you are different to how you were. And it'll be different to how it was because your detours, you're taking a different path. You're shining your real light, your true light. And the wheel has turned. So you're in another place, in a different place. So trust, really trust what you're trying to bring forth into the world at the moment, because it's good. And it will be good. And it may not be easy. And you will have to push yourself, because the way that you are used to doing things is not how you're going to do it this time. It's not how you're being called to do it this time. And the wheel's turned. You're not in the same place that you were. Others are not in the same place that you were. They were. Energy is not the same. So it will be different. And trust. Because there will be uncertainty. But see through that, push past that gently, step by step. And it'll guide you. And to finish, you have the Angel Tarot, and it's the Two of Swords, and it says being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem, over analyzing a situation. For your reading today, I really see this, especially with the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune, and this be fearless and bold, and the detours that you might face. I really feel that the Two of Swords is here today because you're at a crossroads, absolutely and definitely. And you might be even called to pick between the old way and the new way. Are you going to go back and do things as you've always done them? Or are you going to take the new road that is maybe filled with uncertainty and fear, but where your soul is calling you, because you are being called, and you know that you're being called? I think that you feel this. Actually, I'm being told, no, it's not I think you feel this, it's I know that you feel this. I know that you feel the crossroad, and you might not have clarity, and that's okay. When we don't have clarity, do nothing. Wait. Go in to your quiet space and feel, just feel. Answers will come. And when the decisions come, if I can guide you in any way, it will be to pick the new. The Hierophant is here with the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel has turned, and the past way, your traditional way, the way that you will have always reacted or acted or done something, you're being asked to seek the new, find the new path, do it the new way. And if you don't know what that new way is, it's okay. Don't worry. It will come to you. I promise it will come to you. Just try to make yourself less busy. Try to find a space of quiet and peace. And just see what comes to you. Follow the little hunches. Try little steps. When you take a step, you can always take another in another direction, and then another in another direction. It doesn't matter. The Coyote Spirit is telling us, trust in divine detours. The path is never straight. Even when we know what we're doing, even when we are taking a true and tested path that we know, the path is still not straight. There are still bends and turns. There's always a corner that leaves us blind. But if we trust, and I know that you understand that feeling of trust, because you know that you're being asked to shine your light. And when we are asked to shine our light, trust is something, it doesn't come naturally, but we know that we are called. We know that we are called to go there and be there. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 1. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope that this message has resonated and is of some help to you. Wishing you lots of love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 2. Welcome to your weekly reading, Monday the 4th of July to Sunday the 10th of July. I hope these energies and this reading will resonate with you. Let's dig in. Okay, just give me a moment. I'll just tune into these energies. Oh, it feels beautiful already. Pole number 2. Your first card is Ascension. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Oh, so beautiful. Do you feel that? Are you in a space where you feel this readiness? Are you in a space where you feel your consciousness and your awareness opening up. You might feel that your soul is calling you. You may not know where yet or to what, but you feel that stirring. You feel something in you that's bigger than you, bigger than your wants and needs. And the card is telling you you're ready for this. So I feel there's going to be an opening up of you. Maybe an opening of opportunities in your life as well. But I believe at this stage, it's you that's opening. It's you that is changing. This is, oh, I just feel my heart chakra just, it's like it's taking deep breaths and opening, and it feels comfortable and it feels safe. And I feel that you feel that. I feel this is your energy that I'm feeling. This is your heart chakra. This is your awareness that is opening. And you may, and I'm assuming it's probably a will, find that you close sometimes. There might be doubts that come to you, or there might be just, I'm not sure what I'm feeling. I'm not sure if this is right. But you'll override that. You'll understand that that's just fear. You'll understand that that's just not knowing. And so you won't close completely. You might close a little, but not completely. So when you open again, you'll open again. And then you might close a little bit, but then you'll open again. And your heart chakra will begin to breathe. And I feel that you're beginning to breathe. That you're beginning to let go. That you're beginning to understand. And it's beautiful. There's a certain level of comfort that you're coming into. And I believe when we enter that level of comfort, that's when we can bring that comfort to others. But this is you. So for the moment, bring that comfort to you. Open to this energy. You're evolving and you're so ready for it. Oh, so beautiful. And then you have the beautiful, gentle deer spirit. And it says, bring a gentle touch. And I feel this gentleness. I feel that the opening in you. And when we evolve, it's because we touch deeper areas within ourselves. And it's healing, and it's heart chakra, and it goes up and down through our chakras. So your lower chakras are made lighter and your higher chakras shine more brightly. And I believe that with this deer spirit, I can feel it going into your throat, and I can feel your words becoming more gentle, more loving, more conscious. You'll be aware of how words can cut people very deeply, even if unintentional. You'll realize that words can soothe and heal. And I don't know, group number 2, poll number 2, if you are in a profession where you speak a lot, a teacher, or you're on the telephone a lot, or you speak to clients, or you're in retail and you speak to customers, but I get the feeling that you speak. I'm just getting the throat chakra, the heart and throat, and how they work together. And you're going to bring a gentle touch to your words. And it's going to have a kindness, a gentleness, a loving impact on those that you speak to, on those that you interact with. And there's just going to be this gentle, calm, beautiful energy that surrounds you and the people that you interact with. And I want you to realize that that's you. That's your energy having that effect. And sometimes we don't realize that. We don't acknowledge the power that a kind word, a gentle action, a soft smile can have on others. But you are going to see this. You are going to realize this. You're going to actually see the impact in your 3D world, in your everyday life. And it's going to help you. It's going to help you in your evolution, as you become more and more aware and more conscious of what you're doing and the impact that you have on others. We also have the turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. If you feel triggered, or you feel rushed, or there is a situation or a person that is rushing you in any way, try to opt out. Try to step back. Try to see what the urgency is. Is it a fear can make us rush? Fear can make us rush into things, because when we are fearful, we're afraid that if we stop and think about it for too long, the fear will grow and we won't do it. So we rush. And sometimes that can help us. It can help us move forward through our fears. But especially in this instance for you this week, I get the feeling that the rushing is going to make you leap in the direction that you don't want to leap. You're going to leap out of fear and not out of knowing. So please, if you can, don't rush. Even just in your everyday life this week, if you can get up half an hour earlier just so that you have time to move more slowly. If you can take time to meditate, do things that slow you down. If you normally go for a run, go for a walk. If you're normally just naturally one of those people that is just quick to do things, you eat quickly, you speak quickly, that's just your natural state. See if you can slow down, even just a fraction, just a notch. Just being mindful. I'm eating fast, I'm walking fast. That's okay. But become aware, maybe at what speed you do things. Become aware, especially with this deer spirit that I've got such a strong sensation in my throat chakra. Do you think before you speak? Do you give yourself time to think before you answer? Talk slowly. Give yourself time. I just feel that give yourself time comes so strongly. So strongly. The turtle still moves. The turtle doesn't sit in one spot all day. It moves, and a turtle can migrate kilometers. But it does everything slowly. It knows there's no rush. It'll get there when it gets there, and that's okay. And in that way, it conserves energy. And I feel that that is the path that you're taking. It's not going to be fast. Coming into awareness is not a rapid thing. It takes time. It's gradual. And when you take it slowly, that's when you embody it the most, because you really become in tune with it. And you become part of it. It's not your awareness and your everyday life. It's your awareness in your everyday life. And it's that slow and steady, gradual process that gets you there. So whatever you can do this week to just slow down, I think will be of huge benefit, as much as you can. Of course, we've all got our commitments and our life, but just as much as you can, even if it's just being aware. Maybe you might not be able to slow down, but just being aware of the speed that you do everything in will already be something. And if that's where you find yourself, that's enough. And if you can slow down more, take that option. We have fellow travelers. Support is all around you. This ascension, this gentle touch, your communication with others, you're slow and steady in this race, which we also call life, the race of life, our life. You're supported, you're not doing it alone. And you're not doing it alone here in this world. You've got other travelers with you, other people around you that you will impact and that will impact you. And you have, rainbow just makes me think, you have source, you have God, you have the universe, and it supports you. Don't for 1 minute think that you are alone, even if physically you might live alone, you might be alone. You are so not. You are guided, you have guides, you have higher spirits, you have the angels. And you have those people that you meet in everyday life that we don't give a second thought to because we meet them once and we never see them again. But they can impact us with a smile, a kind word, and we do the same for them. So know that you are supported. Reach out. Keep that heart chakra of yours opened. You'll feel, you will feel this love, you will feel this support. And the days where you feel a bit down, somebody will just smile at you and it will give you a lift. It will make you feel good. And it's just so little, just little things. You might be feeling sad and alone and you'll hear a bird just outside your window singing cheerfully. It's there to remind you you're not by yourself. We are always surrounded, and we are always surrounded by love. So tune into it. Part of this slowing down is maybe that you can see this support, so you can see this love that's around you. It's so true. When we rush around from one thing to the other, we miss opportunities, we miss. And when I mean opportunities, I don't mean these big opportunities that come our way every now and again. I'm talking about all these little opportunities, these little signs of life and love. You'll notice them this week. You'll notice because there are so many other people on this path that are feeling exactly like you are. And you'll meet. Like I said, even if it's just on your morning walk and it's a smile to a stranger, but it will mean something, and that's beautiful. Work, and the message is, I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. Isn't that so beautiful? Can you feel the interconnectedness of all this? Your work, even if your work may not be your job, but your work is to spread awareness, to spread kindness, to spread gentleness. And I believe that you'll be doing this through speaking. I just feel it so, so strongly. And maybe if it's not words out loud, it might be in your writing if you write. But please, please be aware. And for this week, but this is ongoing, that what you say to others is of meaning and it impacts. And you will see that firsthand, and you will feel this gentleness coming through when you speak, and you'll notice it. You will really notice it. And know that when we are in our awareness, when we are opening our consciousness, when we are starting to do things for service, even if we don't realize it, every kind word we say, every smile that we give, every moment of compassion that we give another, we are being of service to the world. That is how the universe and God shine through us. That is how they channel messages and love. We just need to be open. We just need to be aware. And I think you are. I think you are. And this might even be leading to you actually taking on a profession, a job, a career, starting your own business in a way that will touch people. And if that is the path that you're choosing, know that it will be prosperous and you will be provided for. Take your time. Don't be afraid. And every time you are afraid, take that opportunity to see what it is that you're afraid of. And sit with it. Let it move through you. Feel it. Don't try and block it. It's a true and valid emotion. It lets us know that we're growing, that we're moving forward, that we're pushing past our limits, that we're entering the new. And that needs to be honored. And you need to honor yourself when you move through that. And bring gentleness to everything you do. And by slowing down and being gentle to you, for you, that will come across to others. That will come across in your messages. That will come across in how you speak to them. And it will be beautiful. It will be really impactful, I feel, for not only those that you interact with, but for you. We have two major arcana here, which for me, when the major arcanas come through, this is the universe. This is the universe saying, I do apologize about that. The sunshine's come out, which is beautiful, so I'm not going to complain. When the major arcana come out like this, to me, it's the universe telling you we're here. It's almost like this process, if you can just open yourself up to it, it's taking you. It's guiding you. We have the Chariot, which is all about your higher self, accessing your higher self to make decisions, to choose the right path, to know how to move forward, to bring clarity into your life. And next to the Magician, it's you're going to use this clarity, you're going to use this healing, this connection with your higher self and with the oneness around you, with the universe and God. You're going to use that to manifest. You're going to bring things into your life and share that with others. This is manifestation at its highest. This is manifestation of not what you think you want or think you need. This is manifestation for your highest good and for the good of all. It's very, very high-end manifestation. It's using your powers, using your good, using your intuition, using your awareness to bring something into this world that is of benefit to us all. And that's beautiful. And again, this might just be the start. You might just be starting to feel this energy. You might not be at the action plan and judging by the slow and steady. You might be at the very beginning. I feel that you're more likely at the very beginning. If you're further down the track, then this is where you're up to, the manifesting at this high level. And if you're not there yet, know that that's what you're working towards. With your heart and with your throat chakra. The words you are going to bring into the world, the writings that you're going to bring into the world are going to touch. They're going to make a difference. Again, trust. And you're not the only one going through this. You've got others on the same path, and there may be a connection. There may be a connection through work or through your work, your hobby, whatever is important to you. But there'll be connection. And this is coming down into the real world. This is not going to stay up in higher consciousness. This is coming down. And it's beautiful because this manifesting and what is coming down is of such high quality and from such a high place that it will benefit. It will be of great benefit to all those that come into contact with it and to you. You will grow from your own giving, and that is truly special. Very, very special. And the final card is the Angel card, the Angel Wisdom card, and it's the Ace of Wands. And this Ace of Wands it just makes me think of the magician. And you know, it's almost like, there's the wish, there's the magic, and this is your passion coming through. The card says, an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. This is something that you're passionate about. What you're going to be talking or writing, or what you will be giving people, is something that really lights your fire. It's something that is true for such a deep, deep level inside of you. It's something that has to come out. And even if you're afraid, even if you feel that you are not ready, and that's often how we feel at the very beginning, know that you won't stop this. Just take your time, go slowly. You will receive more information. You will grow and continue to evolve, and you will gain more and more understanding and more clarity. And so every step you'll be able to keep moving. And this is not a thing of a week, but this is your message for this week to move forward in, to see where you're headed and to see where you're being guided. It's beautiful. And you're beautiful. What a beautiful soul. Show the world. Show the world your light, your heart. And it's okay to be afraid. Just go smoothly and gently. That's your message for this week, poll number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this resonated with you and has helped you in some way. I wish you all the best. Love and light. See you next week. Bye-bye. Hello, poll number 3. This is your weekly reading from Monday the 4th of July to Sunday the 10th of July. I hope that this message resonates with you and is helpful. Let's get started. Okay, just let me feel the energies just for a moment. Okay, we have observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So you're in a period of becoming aware, a period of noticing things. Your consciousness is going to start expanding, so you're going to know things that you didn't know before. I find when our consciousness expands and we begin to observe things, our perception of things changes, and what we once knew to be true, we may no longer think the same way, we may no longer believe. When we expand our consciousness, we start to change. And the change can be sometimes difficult because we become unsure of ourselves. Or, we knew ourselves, we knew what we liked, what we didn't like, what we believed, what we didn't believe. And when we learn to observe things, observe things without our preconceived notions, we change. Our perspective changes. We see people, situations in new ways. And we change. We just change. Slowly over time, but we do. And I believe this card today is making you aware that you will be going through some changes. We'll look at the rest of the cards and see what they bring. That you'll be going through changes. Embrace them. Go with them. Don't try to hold on to how you were. Let it unfold in its own timing, at its own speed, and just observe. Just be the silent witness to it all. Then we have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Yes. So this is all part of the changing. This is part of the observation. As you begin to change, things around you will change because your perception of them will have changed. And know that this is not random. This is not just like, why am I suddenly doing this? I don't understand. What? This is spirit. This is spirit that is guiding you on a new path. And for us to be able to walk a new path, we have to be ready. We have to change. Our inner self has to change in order to be able to follow a new path. So situations, people, your beliefs, your knowing of past things, your judgment of past things, some of those things will fall away. And if that is the case for you, not for everybody, but for you, try to come to it from a space of letting go and releasing. When we are able to come at change from that kind of space of letting go, releasing control, it's less painful. It is still painful. Change is painful. We are human. We like a certain level of comfort. We like our comfort zones. We value knowing. We value knowing who we are and how we're going to react to a situation, even though that's not the best way to react to a situation. We know that these people around us reacted this way or that way, and we can cope because we have, in a sense, an understanding of how things are going to go. When Spirit has a plan for us, you kind of have to go with the flow. And I know this firsthand. You just kind of need to take your feet off the ground and just let it guide you as best you can, as best you can. And if you feel, if you observe that you've dug your heels in, try at least to lighten yourself. Try at least to just not have your heels dug in, have your feet just flat on the ground. The universe doesn't want to drag you, but sometimes it will, because it knows what we need better than we know. So know that Spirit has a plan for you. That's beautiful. And you may have an inkling as to what that is, but I'm sensing very deep inside me that you don't. You're on this very, very beginning of this journey, and it's starting to unfold very, very slowly, and you're starting to feel it. Trust in Spirit, trust in this plan. It can dream bigger dreams than you could ever dream. And then we have Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. How perfect. You're at the beginning. And I love this card so much because I love how it says beginner mind. Put yourself in a beginner's mind, in a mind of beginning. We accept that children are going to have trial and error. They'll make mistakes, they'll fall over. They accept that too. And they have this capacity to pick themselves up and keep going, try again. Because somehow we have all agreed that that is acceptable. And somehow we have all agreed that for an adult to stumble, for an adult to not know, to try and fail, and to try and fail, and maybe to try again and fail again, it's all part of the learning process, but we don't allow ourselves that opportunity. We start new jobs expecting to know everything on day one. And not only do we expect that of ourselves, but more often than not, we expect that of others. It makes me think of, when there is a new salesperson in a shop and they don't know everything about the shop yet. We get frustrated we need to find that space of, how can they know? They shouldn't know. And I think when we can allow that space, make that space for others, and we can allow ourselves to be in that space, to be in that beginner mind, to know that we are at the beginning of something and therefore cannot know it as if we were at the end of something. I think we learn so much quicker because we're not fearful, we're not closed off, we're open. We're open for the new experiences, we're open for the new lessons, we're open for the newness, we're open for the beginning. And I think this is a space that please allow yourself to be in, this space of newness, this space of not getting it right the first time, having to ask for help, guidance, information. And be kind to yourself, be gentle, be understanding. Beginnings are beautiful when we allow ourselves to be in that space of giving it a go, with love, with compassion, with the errors and the tripping over and the not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect at the beginning, and it certainly doesn't have to be perfect at the end. And so let's put what we conceive as perfect aside, and let's see the perfection in this plan, which we don't know it all. And you'll only know it all in hindsight. Once you get to the end and look back, then you'll see all the lessons. You'll see everything with clarity. Because you're at the very first step of your path. There's no path behind you yet because you're starting a complete new one. But there isn't one in front of you either because you haven't started taking those steps. So as you take steps forward, it's at that point that you can turn around and look behind you and see the path that you have taken. I love how Osho says, and he has a book titled The Pathless Path. It's not a known path. When we walk our path, it's not a known path because there is no path there. Because it's our path, so nobody has walked it before. Some people have maybe walked parallel paths, but they have done it in their way and for their greater good and for their journey and for what they are wanting to experience and learn and grow from. So this porcupine spirit is the perfect energy to embrace. Know that you're at the beginning. And embrace that. Allow yourself to learn, to grow, to find resources that help you, to speak to people that help you. It's such an exciting time. It's also very nerve-wracking, but it's also so exciting. Such a beautiful place to be in because the potential in front of you is endless, especially with spirit guiding you. You can't lose. So don't ever think you can. There is no lose in this situation. There's just growth, expansion. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. You're at the start. You're at the start of your evolution. You're at the start of finding you, the essence of you, the inner you, that glorious you that through fear or not knowing has just stayed dormant inside of you. It's coming out now. I also feel with these cards very, very strongly if and when you feel fear or doubt, when you feel yourself being dragged back into the old you and the old way of doing things, go to a body of water. Even if it's just your bathtub or your shower. and allow the water to wash over you. Even if you just put your hands in it, your life force is being activated. Your inner self is starting to become aware of higher guidance, your higher self. And it's going to come about so naturally and slowly and beautifully. And I find that in water, we are weightless. And in order to float on water, you have to release. You have to let go of control. You have to trust that the water will hold you. And they're all feelings and notions and understandings that will help you in this time, you're opening up. And those energies will help you. There's such a gentleness and a peace in this card. I just love it. And the universe is supporting you. You're being supported. You're being guided. You're being asked, go for it. You're okay. We've got you. And you've got this. Health. Allow me, Divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Such a timely message. If you have any health issues, please see your doctor. Get everything checked out, and just to make sure that there is nothing of great significance that is hindering you. Health issues are very important. We need to look after this body of ours. So please, if you are suffering in your physical body in any way, please seek medical attention. This card also talks of and reminds us that when we are awakening, when we are expanding, when we are coming into new levels of awareness, we often don't feel well. We might start getting headaches, whereas maybe never before did we get headaches. We might get stomach upsets, lethargic. We might be tired, just very, very tired. We may need to sleep more. We may find that we're sleeping less. As we evolve, our body evolves. As our mind and our soul evolves, our body has to go with it. Because our body is our vessel on this planet, on this world, in this life space. So, like I said before, if you are unwell, please visit your doctor. And if they say, no, you're fine, all your bloods check out fine, everything's fine, go home and rest. Do that, go home and rest. And know that it is your awakening that is having physical effects on your body. So be gentle. Be gentle with your body. Nourish yourself well. Drink plenty of water, plenty of water. So not only on the outside of you for your body as a cleansing, but to cleanse your insides as well. Very, very important. I didn't even think of that. Thank you for this card. Such a great reminder. And try to slow down as much as you can. Give yourself time, give yourself space, and really look after yourself. You're blossoming. You're going to be opening out, and that takes time, and that takes effort, and that takes energy. It takes a lot of energy. Allow your body the space to heal. to go through what it needs to go through. Allow your mind the quiet and the space to go through what it's going to go through. Your soul is guiding you through this. Your soul knows what needs to happen, and it will help you to look after your physical health and your mental health and your emotional health in this process. We have the Seven of Cups and the Moon. And I love these together in this reading. Oh, you have choices. You will have so many choices once you start to open up, once you start to become aware, once you start to see the world as it really is, once you stop judging things, situations, people through your preconceived notions. You will see all these opportunities that you never knew, that you never saw before, that you never knew existed. And the moon is here to remind us that they will come as you continue on your journey. But right now, as you open up, clarity is not going to be the strongest thing in your life. You're going to be going within. And as you go within, you're going to be healing the old. You're going to be transforming. So these outer opportunities will be there. And they will become apparent. They will become clear as you become ready for them. We are always so afraid of missing opportunities. And yes, we need to be awake enough to see them. But I truly believe that if the opportunity is ours, it will be ours. We will see it. We will have clarity enough to see it. We miss opportunities at times, I find, so that it wakes us up to know, oh, I missed that opportunity. I should have grasped it. I shouldn't have been afraid. But that opportunity, we need to understand, wasn't for us, or we would have grabbed it. But that opportunity was there for us to miss it in order for the next opportunity that comes, that really is our opportunity. So we are more awake and less fearful, so we grab it. So never be afraid of missing opportunities. Never be afraid when you come to things from this space of not clear, not understanding, not knowing. The best thing you can do when the moon appears and you can't see clearly is wait for tomorrow's sun. Wait for that clarity. Don't do anything. We don't always need to come at everything from a space of doing. Sometimes we just need to come at something from the space of being. Just being who you are. Trusting who you are. Trusting who you are becoming, because you are changing. And so you don't know what you're changing into. You don't know who that new evolved person is going to be or think or feel. And that's okay. You'll know every step that you evolve. It'll become clearer and clearer. And so all these opportunities, as you evolve, as you become more and more aware, as you become more and more open, clarity will come and you will see which of these opportunities are for you and not for you, and you'll be able to take the steps towards them. So do not be afraid. Do not be afraid that in this time of slowing down, of going within, of doing less and being more, that you are going to miss opportunities, that you are going to miss out on something. No, 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 no. What you are going through is the biggest opportunity of your life. Your awakening is the whole reason why you're here in this lifetime. It's to come into the awareness of you. So do not be afraid of missing out. Do not be afraid of going within. Do not be afraid of participating less in the world for a while you do the inner work. And remember that you're blessed. Remember that you are on this path that Spirit is guiding you towards. We have renewal, which is judgment. And it says, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. Absolutely. Your heart, your higher self, your soul knows what to do. And like I said before, do not be afraid that you don't have that clarity yet. You're at the beginning. You're at the beginning. You've got this beginner's mind. You're learning and growing and evolving. And the judgment, this renewal card, is reminding you, all you have to do is get up. Step out of the old. That's all you have to do now, is just get up, realize that the old you no longer serves you, the old ways no longer serve you, and move forward towards the new. Turn towards the new. You're probably not even in a stage where you can take a step yet. Clarity will come, and it will build, and you'll get clarity on little things, and more little things, and more little things, and suddenly you'll have a huge understanding that comes to you, and then you'll have more clarity, and a little bit more clarity, and another big expansion, another big awareness, another big opening comes to you. Take your time. This process is, for each of us, takes different times. It's certainly not the journey of a week. It's the journey of a year, of years. Go slowly and let yourself evolve and grow and change, and embrace that with all your heart. You're in such a beautiful beginning, pole number 3. Such a beautiful beginning. And I wish you all the best. I hope that this week's message has helped you and has guided you in a little way, or has given you more insight. I wish you lots of love and light, and be gentle and kind with yourself. Lots of love. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome to your weekly reading for Monday the 4th of July to Sunday the 10th of July. I hope these messages resonate with you and help you on your path. Let's get into it. Wow. Just absorb the energies for a moment to tune in, but straight away, 2 emperors. Power. Very, very powerful. Stepping into your own. The first card is blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Ah, beautiful. When we do everything, anything from this space of pure love that is in us, when we give, we receive anything, just a simple hello, messages, words, feelings, from the light that is within us, everything is touched by something deeper. And you're being asked to connect to that pure love, that light that's within you. So we'll see when we look at the other cards, but you'll be healing yourself or healing others. when we connect to that pure love, not only do we feel the impact of that, not only does it change our lives, but then it changes all our interactions that we have with those around us. Pure love does that. And that's why it's always said that if you want to see changes in the world, change yourself. Start by looking at you, because by changing you, how you interact with the world, how you interact with others, and also how you interact with yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you love or don't love yourself. All these things cause us to interact with the world in a different way. And when we come at it from pure light, from pure love, our light shines, and that light touches others. And when more and more of us can shine our light, the light just fuses together. And then we just become pure love. That's so beautiful. I got so tongue-tied there because it's so beautiful. It feels so heartfelt and emotional. And I'm not sure if maybe you're going through an emotional time at the moment, or if you are embracing your emotions more. But I feel emotion, I feel love, and I feel energy around my heart chakra, but I feel emotions. We have the seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Oh, are you being called to see how shining your light affects you and others? Are you doing something at the moment? Are you reaching out? Have you started a new job? Are you reaching out to others and maybe teaching or coaching or guiding? Have you started a new course? Have you started a new health plan? Have you started a new meditation? Have you started something new in your life where Spirit is telling you, keep going, watch and wait? You'll be amazed. I feel this is my patience card as well. Just be aware and be patient and see what comes out, see what evolves. It might start as a flicker of something. And then if you can watch and wait and be patient, will the flame grow? Oh, it's very intriguing, very heartfelt energy here. We have the koi fish spirit, and it says there is always enough. And that's so true. We so often come from a space of lack. We think there's not enough, that we are not enough for starters, that we're not loved enough, we don't love enough, we don't give enough, there's not enough to give. There's not enough out there for everybody. But Spirit here is asking you, if you catch yourself in a moment of thinking in the terms of lack, catch yourself. Tell yourself, the world is abundant, infinitely abundant. And we, through life and through others, what we're told, what we're shown, we believe that lack is the currency of the world, but it's not. And the minute we can shift that belief, we come to the realization that the world is abundant and that we are abundant. Our capacity to give is endless. And when our capacity to give, and we give from that endless, bountiful place, our capacity to receive is boundless. And this is the balance. This is the balance of the universe. So know that you are enough, and know that there is enough around you. There is abundance everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Be guided by that. Know that. Turn that into a truth of yours, that abundance is everywhere. Abundance is yours to give and to have. Embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. I don't know, just reading that out has filled me with joy. Isn't it joyful? It's remembering little joys. It's remembering to laugh. Awakening can feel so serious. Awakening can feel so scary. Sharing our light can feel so scary. But sharing our light is joyful. To share our love and what vibrates deep within us with others is the most giving. It's the most special gift we can give to the world and to others. This is also my gratitude card. And sometimes when we're changing so deeply, when we're embracing our true self and learning how to do that and who that even is, sometimes we can find that we're less grateful. We see less things to be grateful about because we get so caught up in what we are going through. And it can be scary, and it can fill us with doubt, and it can be uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. And this card is asking you to remember to say thank you. Oh, remember to say thank you. I'm so grateful for what I'm going through, because I'm growing and I'm learning. And I'm moving to a more real, to a more heart-centered space. So focus on little things to be grateful for. And they can just be little. It doesn't matter. And laugh. Dance. I find for myself every morning I do stretches when I wake up, and I always incorporate just slow, swaying, graceful. I'm not dancing, but it feels like dancing, and it has this peaceful, joyful energy to it. Find a practice that you can do that brings joy, that brings balance, that brings happiness to a moment of your day. Look at yourself in the mirror when you brush your teeth and smile. As best you can, obviously, while you're brushing your teeth, but any moment you can, smile to yourself for no reason. You don't have to have a reason. You're here. That's reason enough. It's just beautiful. This, as I look at this card, it just makes me feel like she's seeing how beautiful she is. She's seeing her worth. She's seeing her joy. She's seeing what she spreads. You know, we have the butterfly effect. And it's beautiful. It's transformative. You are transforming. And then we have truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. I love this. I know that so many of us, and I include myself in this, when people talk, we're already thinking of our response and they haven't finished talking. Because the minute they stop talking, we think, oh, it's our turn now. Oop, I've got to talk now. So we want to be ready. But there's no taking in what the other person is saying. There's no absorbing and then releasing. So we are reminded to be mindful. Are we really just listening to the person that is talking to us? Are we just listening, or are we already thinking of our comeback, of how we're going to reply and what we're going to say? When we take the time to pause, when we don't speak straight away, when we don't react straight away, it gives something higher the chance to give us words, to give us a reply, or to know that maybe no reply is needed. Maybe it's just a hug, or a grabbing of somebody's hand and a gentle smile. Sometimes we talk when all we need to do is listen. Just be a sympathetic ear, a sounding board, with no judgment, no advice. And that's when our truth can come out. When we're in that space of quietness, not replying straight away, that's when our truth comes out, and that's when we speak our truth. And that's when our truth comes from somewhere higher. It comes from your higher self. It comes from God. And it's gentle, and it's strong, and it's what is needed in that time and space. And it's always perfect for the situation, for the person. It also calls us to look at what we say. Are we saying our truth? Are we telling the truth? I found through my own awakening that when we go through a period of great change, we may feel that we need to explain ourselves to ourselves, but also to others, because we're changing. So they're like, who is this person? We may feel inclined to explain ourselves in a way that is not true, but that we think other people will understand, or other people it will shut them up. It will not make them question us again. But is it our truth? Are we maybe better off to say nothing at all? Or to acknowledge, yes, I feel that I'm on an awakening, I'm evolving, and I'm not quite sure the path that's taking, but I'm following it. I'm going to see where it leads me. Awakening and following our path and learning to shine our light means we have to drop the masks. The multiple masks that we use in different situations of our life that helps us cope, or that makes us believe that that's who and how people want us to be. That's our perception of how we think other people want us to be. So truth comes through on so many levels. And truth is what we seek in an awakening. We seek our true selves. And I think that in this time, you know, when you're connecting to that blue flame, that inner light of pure love within you, when you are learning to access that and come from that place, you are learning your truth. And when you learn your truth, and when you come to others, situations, the world with your truth, you will speak that way. You will be that way, naturally. But in the meantime, you are learning to be that way. You are learning who and what your truth is. So give yourself time to speak. Give yourself time to be silent. Now we have the Emperor and the Ten of Wands. And we have the Emperor twice. It's so powerful. The Emperor knows who he is, who she is. This is not gender specific. It is embodying you. You know what you need to do. You become you, exactly as you need to be. And I feel that you are embracing everything that makes up you. You're embracing all your challenges that you went through to get to this Emperor position. The Emperor has had many battles, and some were won and some were lost. Ultimately he won because he's the Emperor. But some were lost, but the lessons were learned. He is sure of himself because he has walked the path. He has dropped his burdens. He has dropped what doesn't serve him. He has dropped his masks. He has dropped the past, his false self, his egoic self, sorry, his ego. He has dropped his ego. And it takes work, and it takes dedication, and it takes drive, and it takes planning. But it also takes understanding. It takes trust. The Emperor knows his worth. But he's not a dictator. He knows that his subjects, the people that he comes into contact with, he knows that they all need love, understanding. They need food and shelter. They have their own set of life's trials and their ego selves. So he knows how to come to them. He knows how to guide them. And with these two emperors coming through, I wonder if that's ultimately where your course life is taking you, to a position of leadership, to a position of helping others, guiding others, coaching others, and maybe helping others drop their bundles, drop everything that doesn't serve them, all their burdens, past burdens that we drag through life with us because we don't know how to detach from them. We don't know how to let them go. And I feel your energy is going to do that. It first of all for you. This is your journey first and foremost. But then with the second Emperor coming through, I believe that you are then going to guide others through theirs. You are going to access this light inside of you, and you are going to show others how to do the same. You are going to access the truth in you, and you are going to show others how to do the same. You are going to come into your own abundance, and you will show others how to do the same. Just watch and wait. Really, just watch and wait to see what you can accomplish, to see what the universe is bringing you, what the universe is guiding you to. The Emperor, and the wording is, logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. Accept a leadership role, structure and discipline. And this is Archangel Michael on the throne here as the Emperor. He knows his power, he knows his strength, and he knows how to use it. Power and strength is not about holding it above others. It's about using it for the good of others, to protect, to give strength to others, to show others how to access their own strength. I feel, pole number 4, that you're coming into your own light, into your own strength. You're, I believe, well along in your journey of awakening. Or if you are not yet, your awakening is going to happen fairly quickly. And I believe that your strength is going to lie in your interaction with others and how you help empower others, how you help others see the light within them, how you help others take charge of their own lives. You show them the importance of themselves. It's like you hold up a mirror and they will see how you see your own light, and they will therefore be able to begin to see their own light. And that is beautiful. Very, very powerful. And I hope you realize how powerful you are, how light-filled you are, and how you will learn and grow how to use this leadership quality that you have, this power that you have, which I feel so much is your natural gift. It's a natural gift. It comes naturally to you. And you will not use this power over other people. You will use it for other people. And first of all, you will feel it for you. When you come into your own power, what a blessed person you are going to be. And what an amazing chance you have to shed your life in the world. You may even be called in to protect others. Or you may be called just to teach others how to tap into their own potential, their own power, their own light. Oh, such a beautiful reading, pole number 4. So blessed. I hope that this message resonated with you. I wish you all the very, very best. Lots of love and light. And I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.